Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope you can hear and see me okay. I'm not sure why my chat is not showing up. Well, anyway, my name is Vicki Dillard. I'm so pleased that you're with me today or on my own channel here at VickiDillard.tv. Beloved, as you come in, be sure to come in giving us a big thumbs up, thumbs up. Let me see if I can see this. Be sure to like, be sure to share, beloved. I have a little bit of a ritual that as you come in, be sure to come in giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. On the count of three, would you do that? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm going to start my device over again. Hopefully that'll help. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. Share, 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 share. Thank you so much for being with us today. Let me see if I can get this working. Family, be sure to join the Vicki Dillard Mystery School, beloved, by clicking the link. We're going to have it pinned above and in the comment section later. In just a minute here, beloved, I am teaching lessons that shaping the planet. Do you hear me today? The true forbidden knowledge. If you want unfair advantages in every area of your life, and if you want to be prepared to be the new world rulers, beloved, by getting information that's divinely channeled, you want to connect with me at VickiDillard.tv. I mean, on my school at the Vicki Dillard Mystery School, and we're gonna get that link up here in a little bit. I'm gonna have my team do that for me. So, beloved, thank you all so much for tuning in. Those of you that are coming in, like I said, I'm having a little bit of an issue. You're trying to get this device. Look, I'm live doing this. I'm trying to get this to work. You know, I'm a one-woman show. So thank you all so much for your patience. Okay, family. Thumbs up, share, 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 share. Now, y'all, I got to get to where I'm going fast. I had to do the same thing the other day because I was rushing off to an appointment, Fam, I had to show y'all this real quick. I'm not getting ready to go over the river and through the woods on this whole interview. Now, don't get it twisted. How many of you all saw my broadcast that I did the other day? The other day, where Angela Rye just made a total. I mean, she just got completely dog walked by Dr. Jill Stein, this white lady who's a third party candidate. Her and her VP pick, Mr. Butch Ware, he's a brother. They were on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne was there, and DJ Envy was there, and Angela was there, and some other lady was there. I mean, just everybody was there trying to just, I mean, my goodness, make sure that Dr. Jill Stein and Dr. Ware didn't get anywhere. Child, they humiliated them. Do you hear me? Angela was so upset she slammed down her laptop. Did y'all see my broadcast on that? So, baby, make sure that you y'all, I am not exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. Y'all, she literally, no exaggeration, she literally slammed down her laptop, upset because she was losing the interview. She got so mad, beloved. I mean, just was so mad. It just was humiliating. And she knew that she was losing. She knew allegedly, that she was supposed to do a job. Now, in this job, she wasn't supposed to lose. The Breakfast Club has been getting bad reviews on trying to confront politicians. It's not been looking good. So every time they bring on a political pundit or whatever y'all want to call them, contributors and all that, to confront a political person, it's just been devastation and humiliation and embarrassment. So I guess they brought in her and said, "Girl, you gonna do it. You gonna have some backup. Have your laptop so you can have your notes in front of you. Come on, somebody." And it just was horrible. Hey, Aquarius 79. Okay, I see my moderator here. I see some of you all coming on in. Brother Virgil, you've given me $10. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. My precious, beloved brother. Family, everybody, thumbs up, share this, tweet this out to everybody, tell them to tune in. Put this on your Instagram, family, put this on your Facebook, put this on your, what is it, TikTok or whatever else is out there. Put it all on it, okay? And let everybody know that Justice with the Curly Braids is live. I hadn't got a chance to post about this, but hopefully I will, because I'm coming to you real quick, like I did the other day because I have an appointment. Family, this interview was over an hour and some change long. I watched quite a bit of it after I was put on to it. So I'm going to put up a couple of these clips on my Instagram page. By the way, family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. That's VICKI X Dillard. Okay. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Family, y'all look. Angela was humiliated when she had that interview recently with Dr. Jill Stein and Dr. Ware. Just the whole world laughing at them. All the supporters of the show was humiliating them. Everybody and their mama was dragging them. Angela was pissed off. She slammed down her laptop in humiliation and embarrassment. She knew she didn't get the job done. She knows Washington, D.C., the Shields, the Democrat Party is pissed at her because she was the last hope to make it look good for the people that goes on that show. It's different weights. Y'all know it's like heavyweights. What is it, y'all? Heavyweight, welterweight, lightweight. The lights don't go with the heavies. And the thing is, people be thinking they be heavies because when you're on white supremacist networks and they give you 5-6 minutes to talk, they're talking points. When they give you a script to stick to, you look smart. But when somebody else challenges you that's outside of that system, it don't work like that good at all. So, family, we're going to look at this. We're going to go through this, family, real quick. Okay, let's go through this real quick. Talk black to me, somebody. Now, like I said, I got to keep with y'all. There's more to this. Miss Cynthia, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. She said that you would be in Flint on Friday, and we want her to address Flint horrific water crisis. VP Harris will be okay. You're gonna be there to confront her, Miss Cynthia. Talking about the Flint crisis. I hope y'all give her that everlasting word. Y'all be smart about it though, but get in where you fit in. I said nothing but prosperity and success and blessings to you on that. Talk black to me, somebody. Family, this video clip that I'm showing you is under the Copyright Act of 1976, okay? This is under the Copyright Act of 1976. Family, so after Angela...
Everybody listening to your show.
Watch this. Hold on. I'm getting the sound together. I'm cueing it now. After Angela was humiliated by Dr. Jill Stein and Dr. Ware, I mean, oh my gosh. You would think, she would take a minute, get out the boxing ring for a minute, regroup. Maybe you should get you a good trainer to spar with or whatever they do. Do the running and stop. Do what is it, Rocky? Go through your little Rocky training and stuff like that to get your weight up. Well, I guess Angela, after she got over that, she knows that she's got a job to do, so she can't stay stuck in her feelings. So I'm sure she cussed out Charlemagne, the guy, because she was mad at him because he was telling everybody when it was getting real heated, hey, just let Dr. Jill Stein, finish up. Angela, you're going to close it out. And that's when she really just showed her tail and stuff. So I guess she said, look, we're going to do it again because you got a job to do. The Democrats already told you got a job to do. Allegedly. That's what I believe. And so Angela, she said she got to get back in there, even though she was devastated and humiliated. But she said, this time I'm not coming in the studio. I'm staying home. Watch this. She said, I'm staying home. She said, I'm staying home. I'm going to have my laptop that I slammed down in front of me with all my notes and the questions to the T. And DJ Envy and Charlamagne, y'all better have my back and jump in. Now bring on this Republican because he's somebody that I consider to be, I'm acting like I'm Angela. She probably feels like he's a predictable raccoon that she can just run circles around. He shouldn't be too tough like that on. But what she misunderstands is all of them are listening to us. They listen to us for the talking points. They listening to us for talking points. So you're going to lose. Talk black to me, somebody. Now, Vicki, get on with it real quick. So she goes back on the Breakfast Club. And how many of y'all know about the Republican congressman by the name of Byron Donalds, right? So she's on this time with Byron Donalds talking about Donald Trump and Kamala and the January 6th insurrection and to my racism in America. And they got the nerve to put reparations on here plus. Now, y'all know I showed y'all the footage of Angela Rye when she broke down crying on the podcast that she and Tiffany Cross and what's the juicy man name? What's his name? The man that was running for governor. Oh my goodness, what is his name? Yeah, what's that show they on that little podcast trying to make a come up, a level up? All these rejected Democrats. What's his name? I don't forgot the man's name. I know I got some intelligent black people here. Y'all, what's the name of that? Andrew, thank you. Andrew Gillard. So y'all know I showed y'all that clip when she bust out crying, admitting the fact that, we're not listening to her. She literally bust out crying, no exaggeration. And she told Andrew to look at their numbers because their numbers are low. And basically because they don't have any credibility with black folks, we're not listening to them. That's what it was about, the fact that Black America's not listening to them anymore. That's when she bust out crying. It was in that context. And stop. So she got a lot going on, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. When you lose biscuits, when you lose the bone and biscuits, when it's hard out there for these Democrat pimps. Well, watch this particular clip, y'all. It's about 1 hour and 12 minutes. We're not going to listen to all that. I did end up listening to quite a bit, but it's too much. So I'm going to stay focused on 2 major points, okay? Watch what he says. I'm going to go toward the not end, but kind of close to the end. It was almost 40 minutes in, this particular part, I think, on reparations. I was going to let you listen to a part about Kamala, but I'm already behind family. So I want y'all to listen to this part. I think we're getting close right here.
You have to go and engage Black people. And so that's why I go everywhere. I just don't do Fox News.
And this is also under the Copyright Act of 1976. Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share, would you? Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share. Thumbs up.
But what's really happening today is that
close.
People are moving underneath the feet of the political parties. I think that's a good thing for the country.
So speaking of moving underneath the feet of the parties, you want to talk about policy. And so I want to just play quickly what you said about reparations.
Okay, y'all. Now, y'all know Angela is a Democrat. She's trying to humiliate a Republican. Now, she talking about reparations because we talking about reparations. But the reason why her and Charlamagne and all them, when they little team did this, I'm going to tell you how the background stuff work. I'm telling you what I know, how they work. They know reparations is a big deal, so that's why they threw that word reparations in the title. Then they want to ask about reparations to try to show us how Republicans ain't for reparations. This is how diabolical and demonic the Democrats are. They think we're so stupid. So they think that they bringing something new to us about what the Republicans stand on reparations. But watch how it's going to turn out, though. Watch this.
He said at the tail end of his life, he said, we're going to Washington and get our check. You understand? So now, what is your position on reparations? Thank you. I don't believe in reparations. I don't.
So you don't believe in reparations? Oh, wow. Why didn't you guys play the rest of the clip, man? I was on fire during that one. No.
Because, Byron, I think it's important for people to get your yays and nays, just like you have to do on the House floor. You have to take a up or down vote on an issue. You took a down vote on this, and you haven't supported HR 40. So if you want to talk about the complexities of reparations, whether or not there should be a study in this country, you again have said that this country is not racist, and even though it has a dark past, it doesn't sound like you think it has a dark present. You have not sponsored that bill. You haven't co-sponsored that bill. Why not?
Well, a couple things. One, that's why
y'all, the HR 40, y'all know that's about a study. That's a games. That's for the Democrats to slow walk, to pretend that they're interested in reparations. A study on reparations doesn't mean you're for reparations. They're not for reparations. They told us they're not for reparations, but watch how the table's finna turn. This is how crazy the Democrats think we are.
Played the clip because I actually went into very
detail,
but I will. A couple things is, all right, how many people in the United States today are actually descendants of slave owners? Forget descendants of slaves. Let's hold that to the side. Descendants of slave owners. You've had massive immigration into the United States over the last 150 years. So now you're going to say that people who immigrated to the United States, who are not descendants of slave owners, were not descendants of that trade, now they're going to be responsible for paying that out going forward. My mother's Jamaican. My father's Panamanian. You have a lot of Black people in this country.
Let me stop right there. And that's the problem. So this little twisted little Byron Donald, this little Republican, that's the problem with you tethers. That's the exact problem with you tethers, Republican, Democrat, or otherwise. That's the problem with you all. You keep yourself out the mix. You in a country that you, your mama, your daddy, or somebody that you from or connected to fled to. Y'all fled here so that you can experience the American dream. What is the American dream? The American dream is something Black folks made. The American dream is what we created. And the American dream you coming over here to experience is based on our American nightmare, and we didn't get one dime for it. That's the problem with you. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. What's it to you what we get? We built this country. That's the problem. But that ain't where all I'm going. This is exposing not only Republicans, but also the Democrats. But I'm trying to show you how the Democrats thought they was finna put him in a trick bag because he explicitly said he was against it. And that's the problem with you tethers. The hell you look like coming over here saying this and enjoying the benefits of America. But the people that built America, created America, died for America, shed blood for America's body parts was chopped up for America. Body parts were eaten by Americans. Body parts, white Americans, body parts set on fire. Bodies crucified. Buildings built, creations brought into existence. We brought you civilization and everything that go with it, and you got the nerve to say no, don't give them one red sit. Sit your funny looking self down. That's the problem. But that ain't all.
We're not descendants of the American slave trade. So I already know off top, there's a lot of Black people in America who aren't going to be able to get that kind of benefit. Or get reparations.
Well, most people who are for reparations, they feel like it should go to what they call foundational Black Americans anyway.
And I agree with that point. But I'm just saying, I'm just laying out, these are the reasons for why I know. So
now notice he said, I'm for that, the foundational Black Americans. That's the delineation. That's the difference between you and us. Y'all didn't build this. You didn't build it. You didn't build it. You didn't build it. You understand the difference? You're not building it and you're not being enslaved here. Do you understand the difference? And of course, Charlemagne is talking about foundational Black Americans. That's a term specific to us. Y'all know that, right? Only us, the Black grassroots use that term. Shout out to our brother Tariq Nasheed and others that coined it.
You do support reparations for what Leonard just deemed as, quote, foundational Black Americans?
No, I don't.
No.
But I want to explain.
You hear this piece of girl? Y'all see how I'm trying to stay mad at the tether, but Angela want to keep throwing herself in there. Y'all see how devilish the Democrats are? Somebody said, let's get in Mississippi. Scrappy, you know that's where I'm from originally. Hold on, y'all. That's why I told you that whole interview is out, but this part is the most important, reparations. Listen again what she said after he said this. I'm trying to just keep the anger on him, but watch how she gonna twist it and make it, and she gonna make me equally mad at the Democrats. Watch this.
Have a lot of people saying, okay, well then what are we going to do? And so my view is that what you do going forward is why you have to have wholesale changes in economic.
Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
I remember this.
Thank you. I don't believe in reparations. I don't. Good, man. Well, then you have to do it.
Paying that out going forward. My mother's Jamaican. My father's Panamanian. You have a lot of Black people in this country who are not descendants of the American slave trade. So I already know off top, there's a lot of Black people in America who aren't going to be able to get that kind of benefit.
And that's the problem. Somebody say, amen. Somebody say, that's right. That's right. Y'all ain't going to be able to get the money because you're not us. And you got to be all right with that. Whoever M that is, y'all's names be, I don't even know what your tags be, but your $10 gift is blessed 1,000-fold. When you join the business that's established, you don't just benefit from the business assets, but you are held accountable for its liabilities. I know that's right. Tellers just want the assets and not the liabilities. That too, all that. Talking about something. I know off the top, all of us won't get it. That's right. I almost said a word right there. This start with H. I almost called him H. Oh. Ooh, then you keep going.
Or get reparations.
Well, most people who are for reparations, they feel like it should go to what they call foundational Black Americans.
Listen to Angela.
And I agree with that point. But I'm just saying, I'm just laying out, these are the reasons for why I'm no. So now
you do support reparations for what Leonard just deemed as, quote, foundational Black Americans?
No, I don't.
No.
Look at the shade with Angela. Did y'all see her put up the quotation sign when she said that? But you do support it for as Leonard, you know, that's what she called Charlemagne, as Leonard said, but you do support for foundational Black Americans. They hot, boy. They mad about that delineation right there. Why she hot? I thought this was about exposing him. She showing her little ugliness right there, ain't she? But the foundational Black, yes, those of us that was in Washington, D.C. when thousands showed up and they were screaming and hollering, we was just blocks away from the White House making our demands, but we've been doing it years and years before then. That event where y'all sent some other Democratic shields for another event that was within proximity, and didn't nobody come to but about 5, 10, 6, 8, 9, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 people. And we ain't tripping about the little numbers if that's all you can gather, but we know that was meant to sabotage, but the sabotage didn't work.
I want to explain that. And so that's why you have a lot of people saying, okay, well then.
Did y'all see her do the quotes though? Is she mad? They don't like that, boy. She don't like that.
You're going to do. And so my view is that what you do going forward is why you have to have wholesale changes in economic, medical policy, etc., so that the ability to access various parts of our economy and grow in our economy work for everybody, including people in our country who are quote unquote foundationally Black. Now, let me translate to what's happened in California. This is your state.
Oh Lord, somebody put California in the chat. Somebody put California in the chat. Can somebody put the word California, spell it out, abbreviate it, call it by any name that's representative of California? Did he say California? I gotta go after this. Somebody say California. Angela thought she had him on this round. Angela thought she had him. She said we on round 5, round 6, round 7. She said I'm still at it now. I'm not looking like the loser I was when Dr. Jill was here. I still got back up. I'm still kind of losing, but I'm still in the match. I'm still in the boxing match. Watch this.
California, there was a push to
I'm
have
actually from Washington State.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I heard earlier using California, so that's what I'm saying.
No problem.
So there was a bill in California for reparations. The California Assembly, which is massively Democratic, they didn't move that bill. They could have moved that bill. When they were asked why they weren't moving that bill, they tucked tail and turned and ran away. They didn't even have the guts to actually answer that question. So I'm here with y'all. I'll tell you why I'm a no. But you have Democrats who will say they're for something, but when it comes time to actually do it, they're not there for you. They say,
whoa! Do you feel the earthquake, California? Do earthquakes come about in California? Does California have earthquakes? Is there an earthquake emoji in the chat? Can somebody put some dollars in the chat for reparation? Wow, you trying to expose the Republican? But the Republicans said what? What did the Republicans say? What did the Republicans say? Vicki, wow, you losing your mind like this. God, today we're in a supernatural energy. That's why I'm doing the most up in this mug. Y'all know I be acting up when I come up with when I have something real. And I got to go. Family, Lord have mercy. Wow. Wow. Did you hear it? What happened right there?
run away. They don't answer the question. And to be blunt, like the current vice president, not answering a lot of questions.
But she did say that she's for reparations.
After she said she wasn't. So which one is it?
No, she never said she wasn't.
That's never happened.
That's the false narrative.
All right.
Angela and Charlamagne still lying, saying that Kamala never said she wasn't against reparations. Family, do you all understand when we be calling out Charlamagne, Angela Rye, Joy Reid, all of these black shields, Roland Martin, all them? The reason why we keep telling you all and exposing who their allegiances to is because they are liars. Y'all know they're liars. You just heard Charlamagne lie again to say that no, she didn't say that. You heard Angela lie again.
Do you support reparations?
You heard Angela lie again.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and
You see, this is why you can't trust them, because they're liars. We got it on camera, but the more you play it on camera, the more they lie. The same way when this is why I can't stand Charlamagne. When y'all keep calling him out, when I told y'all when he attacked Ye, when Ye came out to expose them Zionists in America that was fleecing black entertainers, black musicians out of their money, their resources, and their magic. Do you all know that it was Israeli Jews that came to Charlamagne's defense after Charlamagne said something similar, and some would argue even worse than what Ye said years before? And Ye said he was scared of Jewish people. And Charlamagne said he was scared of Jewish people. And then Charlamagne was one of the first ones to come out and call Ye a Nazi. Why are Zionist Israelis coming out publicly defending Charlamagne when that old video of Charlamagne exposing the Jews leaked? What did he agree to do with them behind the scenes? I hope it didn't have nothing to do with his behind, but I'm just saying behind the scenes. Wonder if it was a chat behind the scenes that we don't know about. I'm saying I wonder.
That is not legal, but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act.
Watch what the reporter finna ask her.
People who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you
No, did y'all hear her say no?
Yeah.
She said, so by default, there's nothing particular for Black families. In other words, black folks are gonna get all right. They're gonna get some benefits by default, but nothing particular for us. So in the event y'all didn't think that she was saying no right there.
And we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No.
No, no. Did you hear it? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something only for Black people. No. We're not gonna play these demonic lying games with devils. That's why you're a devil, Charlemagne. That's why you're a devil, Angela. That's why y'all a devil. And we got to keep playing it over and over and over again. Anybody that follows me know I've been discussing this for years since she said this when she was running for president. He humiliated
All
her.
right, that's fine. I'm gonna let
She was here when she said.
I'm gonna let you have it. I'm not gonna challenge.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna challenge.
But I guess the question is, Congressman, you say that you're not for reparations.
You see how they move on from that big fat stanky lie they told?
Go on to say that there are a lot of elected officials. We know that racism is a bipartisan problem, right?
Why didn't Angela address what he said about the fact that the Democrats were in control of the reparations bill in California? They could have brought it to the floor and moved it forward, but they didn't. Why didn't Charlemagne and Angela, Derek, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Derek is one of my strong, consistent, faithful givers. Why didn't they have a comment on him exposing the Democrats when they were actually in positions to move it forward in one of the most, if not the most liberal state, run by a so-called liberal governor, Kamala State? Why didn't they say, well, you're wrong about that, sir?
Racism is a bipartisan problem, right? So
I don't know the answer. Black. Now, let me translate to what's happened in California. This is your state.
Just one more time.
In California, there was a push to
I'm
have the
actually from Washington State.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I heard earlier you was in California, so that's what I'm saying.
No problem.
So there was a bill in California for reparations.
Yes.
The California Assembly, which is massively Democratic.
Massively.
They didn't move that bill.
They did.
They could have moved that bill.
Yes, sir.
When they were asked why they weren't moving that bill, they tucked tail and turned and ran away. They didn't even have the guts to actually answer that question. So I'm here with y'all. I'll tell you why I'm a no. But you have Democrats who will say they're for something, but when it comes time to actually do it, they're not there for you. They say they run away. They don't answer the question, or
That's all I wanted to share. That's all I wanted to tell you. A Republican congressman who's in Congress now sat up there that was with 4 people against him, and then none of them object to it. And while a lot of the anger was on that Republican Byron Donalds himself, explaining why he's against reparations, because he ain't finna get none because he's a tether. That's why you're not finna get none. And he explained the fact that a lot of Black folks in America that ain't from, they automatically won't get none. Right. What I was about to say that I'm not going to say, but y'all can see the word out in the spirit. I can't think of no other word but Christmas songs. Listen. So that tell you everything you need to know. So while he's supposed to be remaining the bad guy by reparations, this is what we keep trying to tell y'all about the Republicans, Democrats. Do y'all understand now? He said the Democrats will act like they for something. And when it's time to do it, because it was overwhelmingly Democrat, it was overwhelmingly Black, it was their Black bill. And when it's time for y'all to push it forward, you don't do it. That's what we're trying to show y'all, is that the Democrats will smile like they for it, lie like they for it, like Angela and Charlemagne keep lying about Kamala being for reparations and saying that she never said that she was against reparations. And then when he said to her, what she said, are you saying that she's saying that she wasn't against it? And before she said she was against it, whichever way he said it, they won't even admit that she had conflicts and said yes and no. They won't even say that. Just lying. I got to go, y'all. I love you so much. Family, y'all know I got to tap back in with y'all later. I know I just popped in on you. I'll post this later on. Family, be sure to join the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. I got a special event that's going to be coming up in about a month. I'll let you know more about that later. We ain't ready to officially announce that, but stay tuned. Beloved, follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. That's VICKI, Vicki X Dillard. Be sure to join the Vicki Dillard Mystery School by clicking the link above. There's so much that's going on in the world right now. How many of you all know that there are wars that's going on throughout the Sudan and Africa, throughout the Sahel in Africa? Family, we understand there's a whole lot of wars that's happening within the Congo. And how many of you all know the United States of America and her Western allies are the hidden hands behind most of those conflicts, whether you know it or not? They're going to make you think that it's just tribal, that it's justice. No, it's much, much bigger than that. How many of you all know that what's happening right now with Israel, the Israeli genocidal terrorist government, is committing, not only they tear up the many lives, destroyed the lives of many of the Palestinian folks and guys in the West Bank. How many of y'all know what's happening in Lebanon? How many of y'all know that what Iran is doing is something? That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't that something. Let me tell you all something that's going to continue to be hell on earth until we rightly restore the original seat of the Vatican to its original matrilineal order that helped to bless the world. This is not about feminism. This is not about fighting Black females with masculines. No, beloved, this is about the truth and the natural order of things. And when they overthrew her temples, when they overthrew her shrines, now they sit over here fighting over temples and mosques. And guess what? It has not been peace in any normal and natural way, and it shall not be. I am committed. My work is unlike anybody else's to restoring that seat of the original Vatican. Yes, I know how outrageous that may sound. I have done multiple webinars on this, giving us specifics to the masses, free webinars on what we're going to do to begin to wield true spiritual and political power. Family, if you want to get that information, those replays are free in my school, the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. Click the link above to join. But you want to stay connected to what I'm going to be teaching, because I'm preparing us for the new world leaders. This is important because there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. How many of you all know that the U.S. is freaking out because she's losing her power with the dollar? She's doing it because she's screwing over the world, and it's forcing the world to form alliances and blocs that's against America. I have been talking about this a long time. How many of you all saw shortly after October 7th? How many of you all saw my interview that I did with my brother, Richard Sedan? My brother, Richard Sedan, he's out of the UK. We did an interview together. And I brought, he's the one that really is an expert on a lot of these geopolitical issues, particularly what's happening in the West Bank and in Gaza. He's the one that's actually been in that region. So I wanted the expert to come in to educate us. But I said to him prophetically, y'all know that's what I do. I don't know nothing about all this, that, and the third. But honey, the intuitive gifts is I know stuff I don't know. And then the confirmations, and I'll let come later most of the time. Watch this. So I showed him a clip that I happened to watch. This was right after, shortly after October 7th. That's when I did this interview with him. I got to look up when it is. You should be able to see it somewhere on my page here at VickiDillard.tv. I showed him a clip and I asked him, was there an economic reason connected to this? And I asked him that because shortly after October 7th, I slipped up and watched an interview on Forbes that had nothing to do with a politician. It wasn't an Israeli politician, it wasn't an American politician. It wasn't no other kind of politician. It was a businessman. And a businessman was on Forbes. How many of y'all know that Forbes is a business and economic magazine? Y'all, this is how the spirit just works with your little sister. So when I listened to something he said, when I was seeking further, this is bigger than what we think. And of course, it was all of the reasons I was thinking it is, but this included one of the reasons, right? So when he said something, he didn't say this about the overall government, but he said something about a business project. This businessman that was being interviewed shortly after October 7th about a project that he was working on in this country, in Israel. Some of y'all said, yes, y'all saw the interview. Y'all know I ain't gonna lie about this. So I was talking about the economic and business stuff that I thought might be happening. And when I found proof of that, I found the clip on Forbes and I played it for my guest, who is an expert on that region. I wanted his opinion, right? So I wanted his opinion on this. And so when I did that, watch this. I said, well, I want you to watch this clip of this businessman on Forbes. He was talking about some project that was going on. And I said, do you think this, I said, I want your insight on, do you think this is about, economics, business stuff, all this kind of stuff? And he gave his 2 cents. He was shocked. And I think he even said that he hadn't heard that clip before, but he agreed with me that it's possible there was some economic and stuff like that, the reasons going on. Family, let me tell y'all something. The reason why the Israelis are acting like damn maniacs and blowing up everything in sight in the territory, do you all understand? And this is not just based on that. Obviously, this is other intuitive guidance that I've had, and this has been confirmed in other media that's not mainstream media, because they ain't finna tell you nothing about this. Don't y'all know the reason why they're trying to blow up the territories and they're flattening those areas? Your U.S. government and the West, which is mostly white European blocks, the UK, EU, and so forth, along with the United States. Let me tell y'all something. They are concerned about the economic rise of what's called the global South. The global South is really the best term, is really the global majority. Those are most of the darker people of the world, including Russia. Russia's about the only white group that's in there. Watch this. Do y'all understand the reason why they blowing up all these territory regions? They are concerned because they're trying to get that land for trade routes. Do you know that the African region, which they continue to cause conflict there, Africa is divinely situated not only because of its resources underground, but also areas like Eritrea, Ethiopia, and so forth. They have proximity to the Red Sea. Now, not just that, but believe it or not, if Nigeria wasn't such a hot mess with this leadership, certain areas of Nigeria is situated, when you look at it on the map, if they got you know what together, they could be economic, dominating the world with trade because of where they're located in some of their ports. Where the government is messy, the US government and the West, they're flattening those areas, in my opinion, because they want that area for trade routes, because this is another reason why they keep on throwing China out there. Y'all know the reason why they keep trying to make war with China, it ain't just because it's not just because the lies they tell us about China. It's not just the stuff that they lying to us about Russia and all the stuff that they doing over there in Africa and stuff that they're not even telling you. Family, these countries are forming a bloc. How many of y'all heard about China? China's oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank? China's Belt and Road Initiative. Look that up. China's Belt and Road Initiative is a global trade and business alliance that it's bringing about. And China is funding a lot of that. And yes, they're making alliances with folks on the African continent, but they're making alliances with a lot of people. And just like this, every time somebody be tripping about what's going on in China and China taking over in America, let me tell y'all something. When you really do the research, do you know that about 33% of the businesses that's over there in China are like American and businesses that's actually in China? So when folks be saying they try to take over territory in the United States, China lets American companies have their bases literally in China, let their businesses run out of there, and China ain't tripping like that. With such a large portion of the businesses that thrive there that they allow to come into their countries to literally start companies and businesses are in China. How come mainstream media don't tell us that a whole lot of American countries actually run their businesses from China? So when they keep telling us that they taking advantage of Africa, they taking advantage of all these other countries, and they doing this and they doing that, no, America is doing that. They mad because China, yeah, they getting trade and stuff, and yeah, there are issues here and there, legit issues. But it ain't what America and the West is saying. America and the West are the ones that's been predatory against other countries through the IMF and the World Bank. They've been predatory on these countries to trap them. Now they're trying to talk about China is debt trapping. Y'all better learn the game. How come they not telling you that approximately 33% of some of the businesses that's running out of China is American countries, businesses? They're mad about these alliances. Watch this. The West, the United States, that's included in the West, obviously, and her Western, mostly white allies know that their time is up. They're losing power. And they know they can't compete with their alliances, those trade routes. Talk black to be somebody. So they're going to take it by force. By killing and maiming and blowing up. Y'all got to understand that this is the big drive of them devils. It's that y'all understand that? These are the things that I'm trying to connect the dots with to let you all know I'm channeling high level information and what we need to do about it. The thing that we do about it is not what we don't affect the world, our physical world first by doing physical things. It starts in the spirit realm. And that's what the Vicki Dillard Mystery School is about. Click that link above and join if you had any sense. Make that investment in yourself on a monthly basis, which is absolutely affordable. It's very, 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 very inexpensive. And you're going to get the knowledge that you need so that we can begin to come together, do our work together spiritually so that we can affect the systems of this world from the outside in, going underground, going dark. Are y'all hearing me today? Somebody just said China and Russia also want control over Africa. Europe wants Africa too, and they are both fighting to gain control. Africa needs to unite. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I know that's a talking point. I know it seems like it's right, but it ain't. It is not that linear. No, that's not true. That's it. That's all. No, 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 no. It's not that China and Russia want control over Africa. They understand that Africa has resources that would benefit them. They know that they have things that they can provide Africa to benefit them, and they want to enter into fair business. Don't get F twisted. China didn't have slaves. Parts of the Soviet Union, which Russia was a part of, helped the fighters, the resistance of South Africa. Y'all know that, don't you? Some of these very countries that we talk about want to take over Africa stood with Africa, and they stood with those of us that are Black Americans when America was for apartheid in South Africa. Y'all know that, right? But at the time, the big bad Soviet Union was against it. How were those countries on the right side of history so long ago? Even some of the Palestinians helped South Africa during apartheid with training and resources, what little resources they had at the time. That's the reason why the South Africans rock so heavy with the Palestinians. Y'all stop that. It's okay for one person to have something that you need and you have something that the other person needs, and you enter into a fair contract. Don't get that twisted with exploitative and oppressive America and the West. Those are talking points they tell us, and we quote them without no backup. And so when we see one rogue Chinese business that mess up in Africa, or we see something they say about Russia that may or may not be right or wrong, that's not the position of the actual state or the country itself. That's American and Western propaganda. The West in America and the West is upset that they're entering into fair agreements with these countries. And that's why they're trying to flip the script and say, oh, they're debt trapping Africa. But all them years when they said that the IMF and the World Bank and other white organizations were pimping Africa, giving them this loan to intentionally entrap them, didn't nobody say nothing? So how is the white West coming out saying China is trapping you, but the white West ain't never said that about the IMF and the World Bank? Y'all better wake up and smell the book. Go on, you stop. They playing us. And they know we're not going to get into geopolitics so they can tell us whatever the hell they want about these countries. Y'all stop. Tell them again, Aquarius. She said, remember, family, America lied. America, the trick is a lie. Yes, lying and stuff. Y'all better stop that. Yes, they know that there's benefits in Africa. That's why they're there. But the Africans credit China for helping them with sophisticated roads, bridges, and other things. Russia is helping some of the countries build nuclear facilities so that they can have energy for their countries. Do y'all understand that? I know we don't, because we was lied to about a lot of stuff. But when we dig deep in spirit, and when my spirits talk to me, shoot. And then when I do a little bit of research that ain't from the mainstream media, you realize America lied. We lying. Lying. So America is maiming and murdering along with Israel. And yes, I said that correctly. We're the ones that's behind. We're the ones that's behind this war over there too. Israel is a little colony of the United States. That's why they call it all the time. More than any other country, you hear us always refer to Israel as a state of Israel. Yes, it's the 51st state of the United States. That's what it is. I didn't make that up. But how many of y'all remember? How many of y'all know about Bobby Hemmett? If you look at some of Bobby Hemmett's teachings, which I have not, I ain't gonna lie, seen all his stuff like that. But a couple of them that I have seen, I know one of them said for sure, and I knew he was a metaphysician for real. When he said that, he the one that broke that down years ago, talking about how Israel is the 51st state. He said that's why they call it the state of the state. Bobby Hemmett said that. I gotta go. I love y'all so much. I'm your sister with the curly braid. Join my school today. This is the type of breakdown that you're gonna get, and then we get the spiritual rituals so that we can affect the things that's happening on earth. Everything starts in the spirit, not the other way around. I know you think you know. I know with your logical self, but you and all your facts and your logics, got the world in a hell of a condition. So it can't just be logic and facts. That's, oh, well, it's still, no, that ain't working. See, the world is on fire right now. You see how that don't work? See the results? We look at results. We don't look at what you say, what you think, and what you can pontificate. You see. My brother Kool Keith said Bobby goes hard. Yes, he does go hard. And he showed love to Black divine feminine too, don't he? I love y'all so much. I can't wait to see you again.